So you can wait?
I have to get my daughter from school by 4:30.
Okay. I plan on being gone long before 4:30, but the rate it's going, maybe not. But listen, here's what I want you to do. Court does call the case Hamilton Crossing 1 versus Megan Graham.
Hello,
Hello, what's your name?
Megan Graham.
All right. And where are we on this case? What's owed?
Your Honor, the balance is $2,204, which includes court costs.
Got it.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Sure, $2,204.
All right. Ma'am, what do you have to say about that?
That's not what I have on my ledger. My ledger says $2,191.
All right. It looks like you probably then there may be late fees. There may be late fees or something else there.
Yeah,
But even if I take your number, how are you intending getting this paid?
So I'm in the process of working with my case managers as of we speak. And sorry.
It's all right. Your case manager's through.
Hawk, or I have an appointment actually, Hawk, May 13th with them.
Well, okay, so you have an appointment with Hawk May 13th.
Yes.
All right. Do you have a voucher?
Section 8.
Yeah, any type of voucher.
Yeah, section.
Do you?
Yes.
All right. Amy, do you have her on the books any way we can?
Your Honor, I was going to offer to prioritize her. I'm sorry, I'm still not in the courtroom yet. But if she would, I don't know, share her email with the clerk and I can get it and I can continue dialoguing with her afterwards.
Okay, are you planning on heading into the courtroom here today?
I am. As soon as your portion is over, then I can head over. I'll be there in whenever your portion ends, plus 20 minutes.
Whenever my portion ends.
Of this current docket, the 12 o'clock docket.
Got it. Got it. Okay. All right. So we'll need her email. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to push her up. To try to do that, is a 1-week adjournment satisfactory, or are you going to need 2?
I can always use more time, but whatever makes sense. I'll definitely have something figured out.
Okay, hold on a moment, ma'am.
Yeah.
How much is her monthly rent? Her portion, I guess.
Her portion is $410.
Okay, so, ma'am, let me ask you this. I'll let you finish, right?
Yes.
Do you have the $410
No,
this month? No. Okay, so when would you be able to come up with that, do you think? Okay. All right. What's going on? What? Nothing now? Oh, can you sit down? Yeah, go ahead. Okay. You don't have the $410? Okay. Do you get income any month? Let me ask you this then, okay? Do you get SSI, SSD? You get SSI. Okay. Okay, so when did that happen?
right before December.
Okay, so what were you getting before that? Just ballpark it. You don't need to give me an exact number.
5 something.
Okay. So they cut you down to over half of what you were getting, right? Or under half, I guess. Okay. And that, pardon?
It's really hard right now. I've just lost both of my parents back to back.
Okay. All right. Listen, here, just hang in there. Listen, let's figure this out. So you get about $200 a month, right?
And I have two small children, so I'm trying here.
Okay. All right. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Okay. What day of the month do you get your check?
First, but if the first falls on the week, if the first falls like on a holiday, I'd probably get it the 29th.
Okay, so they send it before. Okay.
First falls on a Sunday or a Saturday, I usually get it that 29th. But if it falls on a Monday or whatever, I usually get it that month, that day, the first.
Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna have you do. Rather than have Amy email you, I'm gonna have you wait. You got time that you can wait?
I have to get my daughter from school by 4:30.
Okay. I plan on being gone long before 4:30, but the rate it's going, maybe not. But listen, here's what I want you to do. Over plaintiff's objection, if necessary, I'm going to adjourn this out to the 26th. Okay. So April 26th, 2024 at 2 p.m. But here's what I'm going to have you do, ma'am. I'm going to have you wait in the courtroom. Yeah, April 26th, 2 p.m. Okay. But what I'm going to have you do right now is I'm going to have you wait into the courtroom. The representative that we were going to just have her give you an email, she's going to actually be here in person. And then I want you to talk directly to her. Okay. Because when your income went down, did you report that to the people administering your voucher?
The Section 8, I'm waiting for them to mail me a packet of change as we speak. So I was gonna be able to change it. I just spoke to the Section 8.
Okay, but what I'm asking you is in December when they cut your check, did you let them know that your income had dropped?
Yes.
Okay, and
They're supposed to be sending me in a current one as we speak. I'm probably gonna get it next week sometime.
Well, when you told them in December, did they send you something then or no? It was what?
So my rent went down. It was 504 for 2 months, and then it was 275 for 2 months, and then it jumped up to 504, and then it went back down to 410, and I was supposed to get a change of income packet from Section 8 this week to have another change to my.
Okay, I got you. So when you told them your income went down, your rent went down, right?
Yes.
And then
it jumped back up to 4.
okay, all right, I heard you, but do you know why?
No, I don't.
Okay, and then it went back down
to 410 current right now.
Okay. So who administers your voucher? RPI, does that sound like somebody missed you?
I think it's Mischief.
Mr. does it? Okay, but somebody's got to have it. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. All right. Because it sounds to me like unless you got more income for whatever reason, that what you just described to me shouldn't have happened. So I'm adjourning it out 2 weeks, but what you're going to do right now is you're going to wait in the courtroom, okay, until Amy gets here, and then we'll get you over to Amy and start working through it because yeah, we'll do it that way. Okay. All right. Thank you. Can you? No. Yes. Go ahead. Pat McLaughlin, excuse me, versus Daryl Daniels.
Your Honor, the plaintiff, Pat McLaughlin, defendant Daryl Daniels.
All right. And gentlemen, where are we on this?
We agree on the amount. He's been making payments, so he doesn't know that much. Rent to retain possession of $270 plus cost of $120 for a total of $390. He seems to need a little more than 10 days though to pay it.
Sir, how much time do you need to get it paid?
Well, I've lined up a few jobs, so hopefully I'll be starting a job this weekend. But I don't know if we're paying every 2 weeks, so I have to work 2 weeks in the hole before I get the first paycheck. And then also I received disability. I'm waiting on a new card to come because my last card, someone stole money off of it. So if it pleases the court, if you allow me just 2 or 3 weeks, please and thank you.
All right.
Really?
2 weeks would not be a problem. The issue would be that if we go 3 weeks, I mean, I guess there's one benefit. You're going to probably get your check. Your check comes at the first? Third.
Yes.
Okay. So that would be the third if we went out 3 weeks. So you'd have your check.
Yes.
But then, and also you'd be right on the verge of getting your first check from work.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So there's some benefit to that. However, then you have May rent.
Yes.
Clicking in. So how much is monthly rent?
$510 a month.
510. Okay. So let me ask you this, sir.
Yes, sir.
With all of that, could you, I mean, that's basically going to come to $900.
Yes.
Altogether. Okay. Which would include the $390 that we talked about plus your $510.
Yes.
You're going to be at $900. So how much is your check at the beginning of
It's $800. That's all I give you.
Okay. All right. Plaintiff, you've indicated that he's paying it off. He's been kind of knocking it down. Yes, he's coming through. I'll tell you what my suggestion is. I know you guys have come out here. Would be to adjourn this to the 10th with the understanding that, well, you're not, let me ask this. Are you going to have any funds between now and the end of the month? Or
not really, unless I go donate some plasma and they only give me $50.
Okay. Okay. So on the 3rd, you get a check.
Yes. $800.
Right. So how much of that 800?
If necessary, I'll give them the whole 800. But I know I gotta have 50 to pay a phone bill.
And then you said you'll work 2 weeks in the hole.
Yes.
Okay, you have that job? Is that it? Or
well, Noodles and Company up in Arborland Mall call me tomorrow. Let me know when I can start.
All right.
The next after I leave here, I have a job interview at Tormina's Pizza, which is 2 doors down from where I stay. And he said he'll give me a job. Just gotta show up.
Okay. So here's what my thought is, since he's been trying to get it paid. If I issue the judgment, and let's say I even give it to the 3rd, the one benefit is that I cut off the amount that's paid. But then you're going to have May that you got to get paid.
Yeah.
Plaintiff files again, you're going to get court costs added onto that, which is basically 20% of your rent, effectively. Yeah. So my thought is to adjourn this to May 10th with the understanding that on the 3rd, you're going to pay But on the third, you'll pay at least 600.
Yes.
Then
I'll pay 7.
you're gonna be able to survive?
Hey, gotta do what I gotta do. Gotta keep a roof over my head.
Okay.
I'll pay 7.
So with the understanding that you'll pay 700 on the third.
Yes.
What that will do then effectively is then we're just trying to find the 200 during the month of May.
Well, hopefully I'll, yeah.
Yeah, and if you work and you
Yeah.
get the money to him,
I have it all
then we can,
by the third.
then the whole thing can just go away.
Yes.
That would seem to me to be the
Yes.
best way to handle it
Yes, sir.
for everybody. Will that work for you, Mr.?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
10th at 9.
Hang on. So let me just mark this defendant to pay at least 650.
Okay.
Because by May 3rd. And then I'll adjourn this to May 10th, 2024 at. Okay, I don't have a time set at this point, so I'm gonna put 8 a.m., but we have your email, I'm sure. Mr. McLaughlin, I'm sure we do. He's been here for. Whether they took it down.
We have a phone number for Mr. McCall.
Okay, that will work?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we can text the phone. I'm getting old because I thought it might be landline. All right, all right. Do we have your email, sir?
Daniels Daryl.
Hold it. Don't broadcast it. You're gonna everybody and know.
Okay.
I
I don't mind.
They'll just be sending you stuff. Alan will start sending.
It's
Well,
been
okay.
better.
We'll just have you write it down so that we have it. Okay, and then we'll get you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, folks. Court does call the case of Arbor One West versus Ladia Brandon.
For the record, Your Honor, Cheryl Luckoff on behalf of the plaintiff.
She's not sure.
She has not checked in.
Your Honor, plaintiff would move.
Amy, hold it. Amy has turned her camera on. We have a guest appearance. Amy.
Your Honor, she's actively being screened by Autumn. Initially, I had picked her up and then we were able to coincide. So SOS is working with her. Whoops. And we're just waiting on documents for completing everything to screen it. I'd like to know what is fully owed today.
Well, I'm happy to give that to you, but I'm going to ask for a judgment to be entered. The defendant is not present in the courtroom. The total amount due is $542.10.
I get the plaintiff wanting the judgment and not wanting to have to come back on this. Amy, I guess here's what I'll do. How long will it take the screening and everything? How long will that take?
We say about 2 weeks. It's just as quickly as everything can be turned back and approved and then mailing sent out, checks being sent out.
Okay, but I guess where I'm getting at is I'm trying to sort of go down the middle here. Would you know within a week's time that the 542, was it 542, that will be paid?
I don't see why that wouldn't be. That's sufficient time to at least have developed on the case.
Okay, and know that. Well, here's what I'm thinking. The balance is relatively low. Plaintiff doesn't want to have to come back on it. I don't want to have plaintiff come back on it. What I'd like to see happen is that if plaintiff can get some indication that the 542 is going to be paid, then I don't have to proceed to a judgment. But if that assurance can't be given by a certain date, that the judgment will enter as of today. You ready to follow me? Because she's not here. So I could give a judgment with the 10-day period, but I don't really want to issue the judgment if it's going to be paid off.
Your Honor, all I can say is she's actively open. It's not a lot, and
Right. Okay.
And Your
All right,
Honor,
I
and I
gotcha.
understand that completely, and I respect the court's views on this. The problem is, it's hard enough to explain to the landlord the adjournments on the ones where the tenants are here, the adjournment after adjournment after adjournment. I understand everything the court does and why you do it, but when they're not here, that's a
No,
really hard one to explain.
I hear you, and I would not even be trying to figure anything out if it wasn't like a $542 balance. I mean, if it were more, if we're into $2,000, I'm not even. I just give the judgment, let it have to happen. But here's what I will do. A judgment, the 542 included costs.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Judgment for $542 will enter 19th of April. Retroactive to this date. So the judgment would enter on the 19th, but the writ date would be the 22nd. Okay. So plaintiff's not penalized unless plaintiff is provided a commitment to pay the 542 by April 30th. Everybody follow that? All right.
Yes.
So that'll give time for that to work, protects plaintiff's rights, and hopefully we can just get this paid and be done. Arbor One West versus Terrell Johnson. That matter is dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice. Oh, Mr. Johnson's here? Hello. You, this case, they dismissed it. You okay with that?
I'm fine with it. I would like to know why, so I can know.
You want to know why?
If that's okay.
You know, sometimes what my mama used to say is if good things happen, you just turn around and leave, say thank you.
Y'all have a great
All right, bye-bye.
Wait, now I'm wondering, I'm just looking at my notes here. It says dismiss.
Hold on. See,
Tell him not to go too far. This is making me nervous.
No, he's right here.
Okay, can you give me a second?
Yeah, sure. See,
Thank you.
Do you know if you worked out something with the landlord or?
I haven't talked to, only person I've talked to was I email corresponded with Amy, and then I had a meeting with SOS yesterday.
Oh, that's probably at the root of all of this. Amy, do you know anything about Mr. Johnson's case?
Your Honor, I was going to be helping him, but I know that he has a voucher, and I believe a caseworker from SOS was trying to also come in today to speak on it. I received something showing a lot of payments were made, so whatever was stated before has diminished significantly. And today I just wanted to be reassured as to how much or what was happening before I put anything in on his behalf.
Got it. So there may have been a voucher issue.
It was a voucher issue for sure. And
got it.
It seems that there was some sort of resolution, and I just wanted to ensure that there wasn't anything that still needed to be resolved, which then would require my assistance.
Got it. Okay.
Your Honor?
Yes.
He has a $250 balance. They are going to dismiss it, but just Mr. Johnson, please know you have a $250 balance in your account.
Okay. So they're dismissing it. There's $250 that's outstanding on that. Okay. Amy, now knowing that.
Okay. So if I can get a ledger that's showing that amount, and then I will.
Okay.
You know, Mr. Johnson has access to this, so he can provide. I don't have a ledger because they dismissed it. Okay,
Mr. Johnson.
Access how?
Okay.
Either online or you can go to the office and get a copy of it.
Okay.
I'm
and
trying to
get
shift the
that
burden
to-
on to the tenants a little bit to do some of this work because it's a lot of work for us when we're always being asked for all these extra documents and they have
She's
access.
yelling, she's yelling and
I
complaining.
am not yelling.
Okay, it sounds like yelling.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe I'm just talking loudly into Zoom. Okay.
Oh, okay, maybe that's it. Yeah, sure. All right. So what you got to do is you got to get a ledger.
Okay.
Okay,
And
and
then
get it
that
to
over to
who?
Amy.
To who? Who
To
were you-
Amy?
Amy? Yes. It'll get to
Your
the right
Honor,
place.
I'd like to
Or
offer
who
one
should
of
he
the
send it to?
It's fine. You can send it to me. One of the reasons I also require landlords is sometimes there's misinformation. And I just want to make sure that who's asking for the money is letting me know exactly how much they're wanting. Oftentimes there's a discrepancy.
No, Amy, don't take. Miss Luckoff was just saying stuff. All right.
I've just been getting complaints from my client. It has nothing to do with Amy.
She's trying to, and I get it, but don't worry about it. I understand why you asked the landlord. And no other landlord except Luckoff has complained. So I just took that for, okay, that's not true. Boy, she tilted her head and looked at me. All right, anyway. All right. You, sir, get the ledger,
Okay.
get it over to Amy.
All right.
All right. And then this can be done. But at this point, we're going to dismiss the case.
All right. Sounds
All right.
So
And so the lesson you learned today?
don't ask questions.
That's right. Ask questions when you need to, but do what my mama said. Case dismissed. All right.
Oh boy, it's a rough crowd.
Yeah. Miss Luckoff, you have a great weekend.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. Take care.
You too. Bye.
That's it. That's the end of that block. All right. Court's going to stand in recess. They can remain seated because she looked tired. All right. Case Janice Williams versus Michael Simmons.
Janice Williams here.
You're here.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Simmons here.
Good morning, Mr. Simmons.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Last time we were here, or you were in court, there's 2,400 owing. Is that still the amount, Ms. Williams?
We did some calculations a couple days ago. It's 23, not including any late fees.
I'm sorry. Say that again for me.
I said a couple days ago, Michael and I did some calculations based on the receipts that I was able to locate for his payments, and we came up with 2,300, not including any late fees.
All right. And how much are the late fees?
Ours is a flat fee of $25 per month.
Okay. And how much are you claiming?
I didn't claim any for him.
Oh, okay. All right. That's okay. Good. All right. Amy all of a sudden appeared on the screen. I don't know if Amy has something to tell me about. Do you have something to tell me about this case or no?
Good morning, Your Honor. I do. I was just informed of an approval from the Barrier Busters Relief Fund for the amount of $2,300, and I'm requesting Miss Williams's email. I've been trying to contact her with the happy news. I don't think I have the correct email because it keeps bouncing back.
Okay. How much is his monthly rent?
$600.
Okay. Mr. Simmons, I'll fit it in before then. Okay, let's do this then. Ms. Williams, do you know how to use the chat function on Zoom? You didn't.
Okay.
Didn't
Yes,
think
I
you'd get
see
a
it
technological quiz this morning.
I see it here. I have it pulled up. Yes.
Oh, okay. So if what you can do is put your email in there, we'll get it. We'll make sure that Amy has it. Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can do it.
Okay.
Oh, what's going on? My internet was unstable. The wind is what's happening.
I didn't hear you,
I'm kind
sir.
of lost, guys. I'm sorry, I got kind of lost. The wind is blowing pretty hard and it's interrupting my internet connection. I didn't hear the question. Can you please repeat it?
Oh, we were just requesting the plaintiff's email address
Oh, okay.
so we can get it over to the individuals helping you with the rent.
Okay.
Okay. I inputted it. Was it
Yes,
received?
I saw it come up on my screen, so that means my staff has it. We'll make sure that gets to Amy if she didn't see it. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So what I'll do on this case then is I'll adjourn this out a couple weeks. Let's see if we can try to get this done.
Okay.
Okay. Before May clicks in. So I'll adjourn this to April 26, 2024 at 11 a.m.
4/26 at 11.
Sounds
Yes,
good,
ma'am.
Your Honor. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you. Thank you, folks.
And thank you, Miss Amy, and I'll be in contact with you.
Group 5 versus Ika Kelly.
Morning, Your Honor. Robert Weiss appearing on behalf of Group 5.
Hi, good morning, Your Honor. I'm Hannah Alberry, requesting permission to appear on behalf of Ms. Kelly, along with my partner, Jessica Olaminik, under Michigan Court Rule 8.120, under supervising attorney David Santa Croce.
Permission to practice is granted. All right. And I have a conditional order of dismissal. Is that what we're doing today?
Correct, Your Honor. I have a couple questions. Could you tell me how much is in escrow?
In escrow?
Yeah. I think she last paid, she's paid through April, but I don't know the exact amount.
You see it, Ann.
I do it.
Second, we'll have a total for you in a moment.
Okay. And also, if I can ask Hannah, per the court order, she's going to pay the May's payment directly to my client?
Yes.
Okay.
It was in the conditional dismissal, at least.
Yeah, it was sort of unclear whether or not she's going to pay it into court escrow.
We figured that the escrow would be released upon dismissal of the case, and then rent would be paid directly to the landlord for May, since it was released.
Yeah.
You guys done? Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Your Honor.
$32.
I heard. What?
2632.
2632. I have $2,632.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. And there's a provision in the conditional order of dismissal for that to be released?
I believe so.
Yes.
All escrow funds released to plaintiff upon signing of the conditional order.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Anything further? Any other questions we can answer for you, Mr. Weiss?
Not today, Your Honor, but I'm sure in the future I'll have some for you.
Yeah, I bet. Okay.
Have a nice weekend, Your Honor.
The court will mark this conditionally dismissed. Thank you, folks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case of Arbor One West versus Rosa Bannock.
Cheryl Luckoff on behalf of the plaintiff.
Hello, what's your name?
Rosa Bannock.
Okay. So just to make certain. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. This is the one where we were transferring the defendant. It's my understanding that Bannock and Amy spoke yesterday, and she has not seen the unit yet. But they're saying it's being turned right now and it would be available within 10 days. But obviously I understand she wants to see it. It sounds like what I'm told is it's in a good building and it's the same layout as the current unit.
It is.
Got it. Okay. So what do we want to do?
Well, and I want to keep up on the rent. I'm sorry.
It'll be available in 10 days, you said?
Yes.
Okay. And the escrow,
I haven't posted April's rent yet.
you haven't put April in?
No, I was just wondering. I assume that I'm supposed to still,
Yes.
but I just want to make.
So were you going to make a payment
I can make it like by Friday, next Friday.
by this Friday, by the 19th?
Yeah, because I work today, so I won't be able to go from here and take because it.
Okay, so well, let me ask you this. How much are you going to put into escrow?
970.
970.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, plus that 50 because the $50, I forgot about that.
Oh, plus the $50.
Yeah, whatever
So,
the extra money was. I don't know how that how I
oh,
missed
so you're
that.
gonna put 1,020 in?
Yeah.
Okay. So then what do we have as our escrow balance right now? And I've got 9 and 620.
I have $3,980.
Okay, I got $3,980 in escrow. And then 1,020 she's gonna put in. So
Okay,
that's
that's
gonna
perfect.
will that work?
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure before I did it. I don't know how I missed that 50 from last time.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So that's gonna basically put in a grand total of about 5,000
And our balance
into,
is 5,100, so that's perfectly fine.
okay. And that's the balance before any adjustments. I guess.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So the money will be there. You're gonna put that in then. The department will be ready in 10 days. Why don't I put this out to the 26th also and just do it that way? Okay.
That's fine.
Thank you.
April 26th, 2024 at 12 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, get that in there. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Calls the case of the Hamptons of Clover Lane versus Brenda Anderson.
Morning, Your Honor. Carrie Zan, P67390 on behalf of plaintiff.
She on
I do not have them checked.
I do not have them, and also Doris McIntyre. And you don't have either. Well, who are these folks? All right. All right. Neither party's here. Would you like to take a default?
I do.
All right. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. Your Honor, this is a non-payment of rent action. Rent to retain is due in an amount of $3,843.24. Court costs of $215 for a total rent to retain of $4,058.28. I'm asking for possession only with a writ issue date of April 22nd of 2024. And I have a judgment prepared.
All right. Judgment to the plaintiff. That is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case of Revive Realty Group versus Jennifer Smith.
Carrie Zanon on behalf of plaintiff.
There's an individual who is on Zoom listed as iPhone 1. Could you unmute and give us your name? Ma'am, what is your name?
Janice Williams.
Got it. Okay, thank you. Jennifer Smith, not here. You may proceed.
Your Honor, this is also a non-payment of rent action. Rent to retain is due in the amount of $2,750. Court cost of $251.04. Total rent to retain of $3,001.04. I'm asking for a money judgment as well. I do believe that Ms. Smith appeared last time before the magistrate last week.
Yes, they did.
So I would ask for a money judgment to be entered as well with a writ issue on or after April 22nd of 2024, and I have a judgment prepared as well.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days. Money judgment will issue in the same amount.
Thank you. Have an amazing weekend.
You do the
Nice
same.
seeing you, Judge.
Good seeing you also. Court calls the case People versus Town Center Place versus Anna Michaela.
Good morning, Judge. Mark Wasbury, Town Center.
Anna Michaela, they're not here. Would you like to take the default, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do. Your Honor, rent to retain possession is $608. There's $164 in costs for a total of $772.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested. Writ issue in 10 days.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great one.
You do the same.